Hello everyone, today we're going to take you through the 5 stages of an interview. Now here is an interviewee. His name is Dom.
Hi, I'm Dominic Sosa, and I'm very excited for today.
Wait Dom, you can't wear that during an interview. Take that hat off.
Oh wait,
Much better Dom. Now we enter the first stage of the 5 stages of an interview, and that is the opening. Now the opening usually consists of an icebreaker. This could be in the form of talking about the weather or even how sports teams are doing around the area.
oh the weather is great, and the Cougs are doing awesome.
Now, it helps to come across as approachable and likable if you can still maintain your professionalism. Proving your qualifications will come later in the interview. These early moments in the interview are when you make that important first impression. Now it's time for the second stage of the interview, and that is questions and answers. And for the most part, you could expect to do well on answering questions during an interview with preparation and practice. Now, there's going to be hard questions and easy questions, so you have to be ready for whatever the interviewer will throw out at you. Now I'm going to ask Tom why he chose to apply for this company and what position he seeks in the future.
I chose Turning Point Sports Management because I want to become a professional sports agent one day, and I love managing elite level athletes.
So Dom, what have you done in the past that makes you qualified for this position?
Well, I have moved on many NHL players by the likes of Darcy Tucker, Paul Gostad, Bryce Salvador, and many others, and earning them very good contracts.
So what do you think makes you a good sports agent?
What really makes me a good sports agent is my ability to sell and smile. I am a great personality in the sports field.
How well do you perform under pressure?
I perform very well under pressure because I am very quick on my feet and I have great organization skills.
Now there are going to be a couple hard questions in the interview. Let's see how Dom handles the question, what is your biggest flaw?
I think my biggest flaw as being a sports agent is caring too much about the players. It could cloud my judgment a little bit, but at the end of the day, I care so much about those players, and that's what matters.
Now it's important to stay off of the topic of your resume. Let's see how Dom does here.
I would show you my resume, but I've accomplished a lot already. My actions speak way louder than my words, and I'm sure my players can tell you the same thing.
Now, it's very important to answer the right questions during the interview, but almost more important to ask the right questions during an interview. And these are just a couple of examples of what questions you could ask during this questions and answers stage of the interview.
So how is my performance measured in this job? Are there any titles or responsibilities that you have not told me about already? Will I have my own boss, or will I be reporting to the same person? Is there room for growth? And will I have opportunity for promotion? How will I be evaluated in this job? What is the employee retention rate? What is a typical career path from this position? Is the training formal or informal? Who will make the final hiring decision?
Now, usually with your questions ending, that will end the questions and answers portion of the interview. Now, our next stage is called observations. Now, here you can get a sense of how things are going before you leave the interview. And here are 5 telling observations you can make to size up your interview. Dom will be thinking about them right now. Were you asked to send more information about yourselves after the interview? Did either you or the interviewer dominate your time, or was there a balanced exchange? Was there a chemistry that made this feel like the right fit? Did the interview go longer than expected? Did the interviewer bring up steps, or did you have to ask? Congratulations, you guys made it to the 4th stage of the interview process. You're on the home stretch. This is called the closing. Now, this always includes closing questions from the interviewer, like, when would you be able to start, or what questions would you like to ask me? Now, you should always write down specific times or dates mentioned because this information can be very important. And always remember to include a firm handshake, eye contact, and a thank you, because this can really seal a deal during a good interview.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I look forward to potentially working with you in the future. Thank you very much.
Now, the 5th and final stage of the interview process is called the follow-up. And once the interview is over, there are 3 simple steps to follow: send, read, and initiate. You can send a thank you note, show your appreciation, and initiate future contact. Now, this is a very delicate process and should be handled with the utmost care. Thank you everyone for listening to this portion of the presentation. This has been the 5 stages of an interview.